Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical. Today is episode 2 of the Short Boy 300 Blackout build, and I am excited. I've got new parts, a new part. It's the Aero Precision M4E1 upper receiver and flat dark earth. Before we get started, just want to thank everyone that subscribed to the channel. Thank the Patreons. You guys are amazing. Alright, if you guys have been following the channel, which I hope you have, you know that I just started a new build. Got the Aero Precision Special Edition Join or Die lower receiver, M4E1 lower, which we talked about in a video already, but there's a lot of benefits to the M4E1 lower versus your standard forged lower receiver. And this one also has the Benjamin Franklin snake on it, you know, live free or die. I thought that was kind of cool. Found it at my local gun store, Guffey's Gun and Pawn. Big shout out. Thank you, Guffey's, for everything. I have installed a trigger group in it. Now, this is just a mil-spec trigger group. It's actually the Palmetto State Armory enhanced polish trigger that came out of this AR when I replaced its trigger. This is not the trigger that's going to stay in this build. I think this build's going to get a Geisley. But since I had a trigger, I stuck it in. Lower parts kit coming soon, but today we got the upper. And I got the upper before all the lower parts and stuff, a little bit out of order to what I would normally do, because, you know, I'm on all these mailing lists from all these different gun companies, gun parts companies, and Aero Precision is one of them ever since I built my EPC9. And they're having a sale on BLEM items. Now, I've learned my lesson about BLEM items. Whenever you see BLEM, buy it, because you're not going to hardly be able to ever find a blemish. This AR-15 was a BLEM model, and I couldn't find a blemish on it. I've gotten 2 BLEM Radian Raptor charging handles at a huge discount, and they're absolutely perfect. I couldn't find a blemish on them. So when I saw the exact upper receiver I wanted, the M4E1 in flat dark earth to match the M4E1 lower at a BLEM price, I had to jump on it. And Aero Precision, to give them credit, man, they shipped it out quickly. I got it just a couple days later, and so let's do it. Let's unbox this thing. So here we go. The Benjamin Franklin Live Free or Die, Join or Die snake lower. And M4E1 threaded upper receiver. I went with the threaded, not the enhanced, because I want to be able to use whatever handguard I want. Although the one I'm probably going to use is the Aero Precision Atlas R1. I've used it on a couple builds so far, and I like it a lot. Let's check this thing out. So here is the new upper. And as usual, I'm sure we get a sticker. That's almost the most important part, right? But anyway, this is the upper receiver. I actually ordered and already assembled one as far as having my forward assist and my port door cover installed already. As much as I like to do every bit of the build myself, this BLEM upper with the stuff already installed was cheaper than the stripped upper would have been normally. So I just had to go for it. Took a couple little steps off. But on this M4E1, these steps are very easy anyway. You can see that this is threaded right here instead of having to use a roll pin, which makes putting your forward assist in very easily. And as far as I could tell, I have looked at this before this video. The only blemish I could tell is on this actual port door. You can see it kind of looks a little bit scratched up. The receiver itself is absolutely perfect. I've checked it over, every bit of it, and I haven't been able to find any blemish, any issues in the fit and finish. The Cerakote seems to be evenly distributed, evenly covered on the whole thing. No issues there. I really do like the M4E1. I like the lines on it. You know, you kind of have more like angles and stuff. It almost looks like a billet upper receiver, which is kind of cool, even though it is forged. But yeah, as far as BLEM goes, I say go for it. If this is what the BLEM is just this little scratching on the port door, that is not an issue to me. That stuff gets scratched up anyway. I use my guns hard. I like to put a lot of rounds through them, and I'm not really very easy on them. So, I mean, they're going to get scratched up anyway. And if you can save some money, especially because, you know, it costs a lot of money to build an AR-15, and especially what I plan to do with this build, which, you know, I want to put a Geisley trigger in. I want to put a nice optic on it. I want to build this gun out to be more mid-tier than my other ones so far, you know. Good BCG, a good barrel, stuff like that. It's going to cost me a lot of money. And so I feel like if I could save a little bit of money where I can, but still get quality parts, I'm going to do it. Now let's put this upper on this lower. And man, without even having my takedown and pivot pins in here, there's absolutely no movement at all between the upper and the lower. Everything seems to line up perfectly. And obviously the Cerakote color matches perfectly. Oh, I'm really happy with it. This is a very tight fit. This thing is nice. And it looks good. So, yeah, I'm really happy with this upper. I say if there's a part that you're looking for and you see a BLEM deal on it, I say go for it. I've had great luck with them in the past. Like I said, this AR pistol was a BLEM. I've gotten Radiant Raptor charging handles that are BLEMs. And in fact, Palmetto State Armory just had BLEM Radiant Raptors on their site. And so I ordered one for this build. Should be here on Wednesday. So that might be the way this build goes. It might not just be the next part I need I get right away. I might just kind of wait, and when the part that I want and need comes on sale, or I just see one for a good deal, then I'm going to get it. And eventually I'll have everything I need, and it's going to be a really, really cool gun. We're going to go with an 8-inch barrel. I'm going to get my first suppressor with this build. Really excited about it. You know, M4E1, it's 7071 T6 aluminum. Let's see. Actually, 7075 T6 aluminum, excuse me. Cerakoted finish. And it says it's got laser engraved T marks. I think maybe that's only on the black hardcoat anodized, because I think the Cerakote covers that maybe. I don't see the T marks. Maybe that's the BLEM. I'm not sure. But I don't really need those anyway. Not an issue to me. I like the FDE Cerakote, flat dark earth. All my guns are black, so kind of stoked to have something that's not. I'm going to do an FDE handguard, I believe, with this as well, but probably black everything else. So if you guys want to follow along on this build, I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. I love building ARs, building out guns, customizing, enhancing, accessorizing. It's just fun to me. It's almost as much fun as shooting them is. And I love making these videos and having you guys follow along. So I really hope that you guys do enjoy seeing these builds. This is my last build, and it was an Aero Precision as well. It's an EPC9, and I'm very happy with it. And that's why I went with Aero for my 300 blackout build. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Please share this with friends of yours that you think would like this kind of content. And please leave me a comment. Do you buy BLEM items? Are you building an AR-15 right now? If you are, what receiver set are you using? And what other parts are you using? If you've got some ideas that I don't yet that could help me out, I would love to hear it. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel. I'm getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to get there, and then, you know, sky's the limit after that. So from Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.